Sé que está dispuesta a cambiar su vida si se lo pidiera. Sé que está dispuesta. Puede estar con otro.
Okay, it has been a full week since I recorded anything at all, and I have some updates. Actually, just one update, but things keep changing for me, and that's a good thing, because evolution is what I need to get my career started. And also, oh my gosh, just a facet of this career and life itself. So, one, I got a tripod setup thing for my phone so that I can actually record myself doing people's nails with good angle. It has like so many different options for me for actually capturing stuff, so I'm really excited for that. And hopefully I'll be able to use it today. I have just two people today. I have a client that I actually had before, and then my mom, she's getting a fill and then a pedicure. So yeah, today should be good. This is my first day back in a week, and it is so bizarre, this feeling of going from celebrating and having a good time to back into it. But it was much needed. I am running on fumes, or I was, not anymore. I'm ready. And then second thing, I was going to start reaching out to shops this month, but I was drafting up my message to send to these shops, you know, and I don't know, I had some doubts about it, and then I started, you know, thinking, this is so weird. If I was a salon owner, I would never even respond to this. And I get that some of it is just because I have anxiety, and that's just who I am, and I could never see myself responding to somebody like that. But I don't know, it just didn't feel right. And so then I looked on Indeed UK to see, and there were actually a decent amount of jobs in my field. And then I even found one that was specific to exactly what I wanted to do in terms of medical nail tech stuff. And these jobs were tailored towards people like me who want to immigrate to the UK. So I am feeling pretty happy about that. So what I'm going to do today is get advice from my instructor, because I don't have a resume that is tailored toward the beauty world at all. And I'm not sure that a salon, especially one that's, you know, wanting to give me a visa, will be interested in my experience at a movie theater or working at a cookie shop. So I'm going to ask her advice on how to update my resume for that, and then I'll tell her about the job postings and stuff and see exactly when I should apply. And something happened at work, and now I'm getting even less hours, even though I was only working 12. So, I gotta stop. Okay. Anyway, my bangs make it look like I'm wearing like a wig or something. But anyway, so I'm getting even less hours than I was before, and so I was like really annoyed first. I'm still annoyed, but then I was just thinking, maybe this is actually a good thing, because if I could get any salon experience before going off and moving, that would be a huge plus. Any salon experience, meaning I could just do the sanitation for every single person in the salon, or I could just set the appointments for the for, I don't know, for the 3 hours that the salon's open after I get out of school. There are so many options for me to get salon experience that don't require me to actually be doing people's nails, even though that's what I'd prefer to be doing. So that's where my head's at right now. So I have a lot of information to talk to my instructor about, but oh, Brody just pulling into my lane. Okay, but yeah, a lot has happened, and that's where I'm at this week.
It's my happy day, I want to sing it all the day. My best friends are always with me. We sing, we dance, we laugh, we are happy every day. Have fun with us, let's say happy, 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 happy. Happy.
Today I will have very, very little to share with you guys. I have one client who's just getting an acrylic removal and then regular polish, which is great because I do need some regular polish clients. And then I have somehow agreed to get a Brazilian by the Esty Girls today. And I cannot stress enough how very scared I am. So if you don't hear any more from me, it means I'm never getting a Brazilian ever again. I just got a hydrofacial. Got a Brazilian earlier, and that was definitely a new experience. It was really funny. It's great. It's great going to cosmetology school. But I wrote down, I booked probably 3 or 4 appointments for this week, for the rest of the week. And I already had like 4 or 5 appointments set up for this week. So I now only have, I could probably only fit in one more one more client for the rest of this week, because I have so many clients that came to me today that I already had when I got back from break. So it's a good time. It's a good week. Yeah, I'm gonna be busy, and that's exactly how it should be. So I have an acrylic set on my fringe tomorrow, the one that was supposed to do Friday, and then I have a gel pedicure after that, I think. But or maybe I don't have anybody. I don't know. But yeah, I think every single day I have a pedicure, at least one pedicure. So I'm living large. I'm having a good time. And that's all I have. Just had a good day, got booked out, and that's a really good feeling as a student. Okay, so this is the first thing I recorded today, and I'm already on the way to work because my day got completely messed up. I ended up doing my clients in the opposite order, in the reverse order, and then I went to school early because I thought the day was going to work out very differently. And then I ended up leaving late because I was just taking a very long time. And yeah, and now I'm heading to work late, of course. So yeah, it's been a very, very weird day, but a good one, because I talked to my instructor about all the stuff, because I looked on Indeed UK and found some nail tech jobs, a few of which were actually in med spas, and of course they were offering visas. So I talked to my instructor about that. I was like, okay, well, how should I reformat my resume to be more specific to the beauty industry? How should I go about this? And how should I make my portfolio for this job? Because for the visa, the earliest you can apply is 3 months prior to the employment date. So I essentially have to confirm or lock in an employer, lock in a job before I can apply for my visa. And because I want the timeline to work out to where I graduate, maybe have a little bit of time, but no longer than a month before I actually start working and move, I will need to start applying within the next month. And that scares me. That scares me a lot. So I was asking my instructor advice on that, how to go about this. And then one thing that I noted was that a lot of these places, even though they want, or they're willing to be sponsors for the visa program, they want salon experience, which is, of course, just makes a lot of sense. You know, you're gonna enter into this sponsorship with an employee. Of course, you want them to be worth their salt. So, I was like, you know, should I try to find a salon job, even if it's just like doing sanitation, reception? Should I try to do that? And my instructor was like, yeah, I mean, my sister has a salon. Why don't you go talk with her and, you know, see what y'all can figure out? So, long story short, after you listen to my entire long story, I now have an interview with the salon owner at a local salon that's like 5 minutes away from the school. And if I get that job, I'm gonna quit this job that I'm currently at and be able to put that on my resume, and then, you know, from there, hopefully everything else is easy to fall in place and I'm not, in this feeling of like nothing I do makes a difference, you know. I also asked how many hours that I have total, and we are 2 months and 1 day into this. I have 216 hours. So I have exceeded my expectations, so I feel really good about that. It was a good day, even though it was a weird day and things got messed up. It was a good day. I feel confident, and everything is starting to make a little bit more sense the further I get along. So that's all I have. Okay, so I'm heading to work right now. I was able to do my nails because I was supposed to have one of my friends in the afternoon, but she had to reschedule. So she let me know well before I even went to school. But yeah, anyway, she rescheduled me for a couple weeks from now, and then I was able to do my nails. I did a fill, and then my instructor taught me how to do ombre. And I want to learn because I want to do ombre with, there's an album that I really like, and I want to try to replicate the cover on my nails. So yeah, that's what I will be doing sometime, maybe not next time, because I feel like 2 ombres in a row is too much, but I don't know, we'll see. I have 3 people tomorrow, maybe just 2. I have one at 10 a.m. I'm coming in early for her because she really wanted a pedicure, and then I have my dad, and then the maybe client is at 1:30-ish. One of the other students came to me, said that this person needed a pedicure, and yeah, haven't heard back from them. I also just haven't asked the student about it, but I said I could probably do 1:30. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. I don't know why I did an accent there. Yeah, probably not gonna record any services tomorrow because they're all pedicures and I can't set my tripod up like that. So anyway, new nails. Okay, today was freaking insane. I had a good day and my freaking bangs are just gonna be like this, but I had actually a great day. I had 5 clients today, back to back. I came in at 10 and I just killed it, to be honest with you. I knew going into it that I would have at least 2 clients, but then 3rd client was confirmed, so 3 clients, and then I actually had, in between my 1st and 2nd client, I had this girl come to me and she showed me that 2 of her nails had completely popped off when another student had done them. And so, well, not when another student had done them, another student had done them, and she had a baby shower tomorrow and she was hoping that I could fix them for her. And so I was like, yeah, it's just 2 nails. So I did that like 20 minutes before my 2nd client, who was at that point technically my 3rd client. And I was like, okay, and then I'll have one other person after him and it'll be fine. So did my 3rd client, and then my 4th client came just a little bit early, which actually turned out to be fine because if she had showed up on time, then I wouldn't be getting out of school until like probably closer to 5, and I got out at 4:50. So yeah, so I did the 3rd client and I did the 4th client. The 4th client wanted some nail art on their toes, so that took probably like 30 minutes, and the pedicure and the gel polish change was like an hour total. So yeah, and then my 5th client was actually somebody who was a student. My 5th client was a student who came to me when I was doing my 1st client, asked me to do a fill on her, and so I said the only time I can get you in today is at 3 p.m., like at the very end of my day. And I was planning, because I came in at 10 a.m. This is a lot of stuff, but Cosmo students will understand. But so I came in at 10 today, planning to leave early because I came in earlier than usual. That didn't happen, which is actually great. I am racking up those extra hours, and I am, like I said, like exceeding my expectations that I had for myself for getting those extra hours. So yeah, so I was like, okay, well, I didn't finish with my 4th client until like 3:15 because of the nail art stuff, but that's okay because I was actually so freaking quick with the fill, the actual fill part of it. I had done in 20 minutes, and then the rest was just filing and buffing and then just polish. And she did want some nail art, but it was like very minimal. It was all things that I just did with the dotting tool. And yeah, it worked out really well. Got done with her around 4:45. The school closes at 4:30, but it was like I just needed to go over the parts that I had gone over once just to make sure the colors really showed through, and then top coat, and that was it. So I didn't take a picture, so you're not gonna get a picture of it, but they were super cute. I was just like ready to leave because I want to get home. It's Friday and I just want to start my weekend. So all in all, good week, great week actually. I had so many clients, and I don't even know if I said this, but I was actually the highest earning student for the month of June. So I got a little t-shirt for it. But yeah, it's been a fantastic week, and it's only gonna get better because I am like locked into my skills. I know what I need to do, what I need to work on. I'm just taking people left and right, and it's only gonna get better from here. I feel really, really good about all of it. So yeah, I'm ready to start my weekend.